Hey there, you're going to be creating a beautiful sunrise, sunset, line art drawing using markers and construction paper crayons. I'm really excited about this because not only do you get to practice your landscape skills, but then you get to really exaggerate what you've learned with line drawing or drawing lines, practicing drawing lines, and putting it together to create something beautiful like this. So let's get started. So you will need a white sheet of paper, you will need markers, and you will need a box of construction paper crayons, and you will need a Sharpie. So to start off, take your pencil and write your name. Write your grade number and the first letter of your teacher's name. And then go ahead and write the date. And you can go ahead and give it a title, sunrise or sunset, whatever you want. Now, before we begin, let's review some vocabulary and some of the drawings or the lines that I'm going to be drawing. So you will be most likely drawing straight lines at some point, okay? These are diagonal, this is vertical, this is horizontal. You will be drawing curved lines. Another word people use for it is wavy. And then there might be some of these. These are called swirl lines. You obviously can do more. I did include zigzags in mine as well. So there's a lot you can work with, but just wanted to review before we get started. So to start off, you want your paper vertical. And remember, this art is all about lines. So make sure you're putting in lots of different kinds of curvy lines, swirls, and straight lines. So find about halfway on your paper. So if you just take it and you just pinch, do not fold it. And that just gives you the halfway point to work with. That doesn't mean your sun needs to be here. Your sun can be up here as well. It just gives you an idea. So like maybe here, I want the sun. And then somewhere around here is the curved lined hills. And then maybe another hill. And then you can even do another hill. And then you can add the water waves. You can do some erasing. Okay. And then you can even have like a second layer of swirls. Then over here, you can do straight lines. So use a ruler or just keep your hands steady. Perfect. Now, so now you're going to take marker and color the entire thing. And then you will go over it with crayon to draw the lines. And then you will use Sharpie to outline. So you can, if you want, do all the warm colors up here and all the cool colors down here. So the warm colors would be anything related to the fire or the sun, like heat. This can be up here. And then anything on the things that remind you of cool, calming watercolors, purples, blues, and greens, that would be down here since this is kind of like the water ocean part. But you don't have to follow that rule. So I'm going to just take my markers, make sure you don't lose the cap, and start coloring. So I just finished the sun part of it. Now I'm going to do more of the ocean. For the ocean, I'm going to use my cool color markers. And I'm going to do something a little bit different because I have so much straight lines and a little bit of wavy lines. Now that you have all the marker done, now you're going to take construction paper crayons and draw more lines inside different spaces. You don't have to do blue crayon on top of blue marker. I've decided to use purple and go in and add semicircle curved lines all over. You can do whatever design you want. Just make sure it's lines, avoid shapes. Avoid drawing shapes and coloring them in. For the other part, I'm going to take the same crayon and draw waves. Where there is green, I think I'm going to break it up and do some up and down. I think that will help break up some of the negative space. And then where there is purple, I think I'll use blue and just kind of do curves with the swirls. And then over here, this second part, same thing, but I don't want it to look too busy, so I'm going to kind of spread those out. Then over here, I'm just going to keep going. Now I'm going to be focused on the sunset part. I'm going to just take red and draw zigzags or angle lines, if that's what you want to call it. I'm not going to do it on every single orange part, just every other. Then I'm going to take orange and do some wave lines, curve lines. What I like about this project is really you don't know what you're doing until you pick up the crayon and decide from there. And with the yellow, it's kind of hard, but if you can find an orange and just do some more, that's great. Now I'm going to take a Sharpie and outline. Even though this looks really, really good, I think the Sharpie will help clean up everything. So anywhere where I drew with a pencil initially, I'm going to just go back and trace over it. I don't recommend drawing everything in Sharpie from the beginning, because then if you say you mess up or you don't like the way it's looking, you know, it's kind of too late. But with pencil, at least you can erase and make your adjustments. And then with Sharpie, you can finalize it. But this looks really, really good. It just kind of brings the entire art together. And if you have a little bit of slight mistakes, just kind of clean it up. And there you have it, your finished art.